Okay, good morning to all. Welcome back. Last class we discussed about the various VPN protocols and different types of protocols. So last class we have already discussed about internet protocol security, IP security. Today we are going to discuss about layer 2 tunneling protocol or L2TP protocols. L2TP or layer 2 tunneling protocol is a tunneling protocol that is often combined with another VPN security protocol like IP security to establish a highly secure VPN connection. Layer 2 tunneling protocol generates a tunnel between two L2TP connection points, and IP security protocols encrypts the data and maintains secure communication between the tunnel. So first thing, what do you mean the tunnel? Tunnel is nothing, it is a virtual path through which you can communicate the data from source to destination or from one point to another point. So these are the tunneling protocol or LT2 tunneling concept, right? So this layer 2 tunneling protocol is control to the data transmission between, or you can say through, this tunnel. Next is that and combine the and this L2TP protocol is also combined with the the IP security protocol, which will help you create the more secure platform during the transmission of the data. So this is the layer 2 protocol, and it is the VPN secure protocols like IP security to establish highly secure VPN connection. L2TP generates a tunnel between two L2TP connection points, and IP security protocols encrypts the data. So this L2TP protocol will help you to transmit the data through the tunnel from the source to destination thing. And this VPN virtual private network will help you transmit the data through this tunnel and encrypts and in the encrypted mode. So this is the layering to tunneling protocol. Next is your point-to-point tunneling protocol. In point-to-point tunneling protocol or PPTP, tunneling protocol generates a tunnel and confines the data packet. Point-to-point protocol is used to encrypt the data between the packet and is used to encrypt the data between the connection, and PPTP is one of the most widely used VPN protocol and has been in use since the early release of Windows. So these protocols, point-to-point tunneling protocol, confines the data packet. That means during the time, this is the point-to-point concept, the same concept, and the SSL and TLS, secure socket layer, and SSL and TLS is transport layer security, generate a VPN connection where the web browser acts as the client and user access is provided to connection where the web specific application instead of entire network. So this protocol will help you. Basically, what is the use of the firewall? Now firewall checks the network traffic or checks the different type of data packets which are moving from source to destination right now. So that is the use. So these two protocol, SSL and the TLS, SSL is the secure socket layer and TLS is the transport layer security. These protocols also help you support during the connection between the web browser and the server. So from the web browser, the request is sent to the web browser, acts as the client, and user access is provided to the specific application instead of entire network. So that means when you click the web browser, it is acts as a client and it is restricted. But these two protocols will help you to restrict the specific sites. That means these sites are not allowed for browsing from the respective browsers. So these two protocols, SSL and TLS, will work same. As a client and user access to provided to specific application instead of entire network. Online shopping websites commonly uses SSL and TLS protocol. It is easy to switch to SSL by web browser and with almost no action required from the user as web browsers come integrated with SSL. And TLS, SSL connection have HTTPS in the initial of the URL instead of HTTP. So this SSL secure socket layer is like HTTP. In the previous time it will used like the HTTP, but now it is the HTTPS, Hypertext Transmission Protocol Secure. That is the full form, the HTTPS. This protocol will help you for the secure transmission of the data from the client to server or from the source to destination, everything. So mainly the SSL and TLS, one example is for the online business, or you can say it is the online shopping websites commonly use this type of protocol, SSL and TLS, for the secure purpose. Next is your OpenVPN. OpenVPN is an open source VPN that is commonly used for creating point-to-point and site-to-site connection. It uses a traditional security protocol based on SSL and the TLS protocol. So this is the OpenVPN. OpenVPN, that means it is maybe the point-to-point, maybe site-to-site. Point-to-point means device to device. Site-to-site means router to router. You have connected this open through the OpenVPN. Secure Shell or SSH. Secure Shell or SSH generates the VPN tunnel through which the data transfer occurs and also ensure that the tunnel is encrypted. SSH connection are generated or secure socket layer, secure shell you can say. Secure shell connections are generated by a secure shell client and data is transferred from a local port onto the remote server through the encrypted tunnel. So this is the secure shell, and here the tunnel is used as the data as the encrypted, and this encryption process, that means entire when the data will be passed through this tunnel process, it will be in the encrypted mode. Data in the encrypted mode. So secure shell or generates the VPN tunnel through which data transfers occurs and also ensure that tunnel is encrypted. The tunnel is purely encrypted. That means the encrypted data will move through this tunneling process. This is the secure shell or SSH. Okay. So next, what are the limitation of the firewall? Now, limitation of the firewall: insiders, intrusion, direct internet traffic, and virus attack. As we know, a firewall system is designed to thwart outside attacks, and therefore, if an inside user attacks the internal network in some way, the firewall cannot prevent such an attack. Because generally firewall is suitable for the net or it is used to restrict the data or check the data. Those data are coming from the outside through the network to the inside. But suppose the attacker attack the inside network, it is not possible to check that point. So that is the one limitation of the firewall. Next is your direct internet traffic. A firewall must be configured very carefully. It is effective only if it is the only entry-exit point of an organization network. Instead, the firewall is one of the entry-exit points. A user can bypass the firewall and exchange information with the internet via the other entry-exit points. Clear? So that means that firewall is connected generally at the entry and exit point of the network. If anybody can bypass that system and try to hack, then you can easily hack the system. That is one limitation. Next is your virus attacks. Virus attacks. A firewall cannot protect the internal network from virus threats, and this is because a firewall cannot be expected to scan every incoming file or packet for possible virus contents. Therefore, separate virus detection and removal mechanism is required for preventing virus attacks. So, virus attack firewall cannot protect the internal network for the virus threats. So, basically this firewall is connected between the external network and the internal network, and that is the entry and exit point. If anybody bypass that system and enter into the internal network concept, then it will be a harm to that system. That is the concept. So, that is and these are the limitation of this firewall concept. So, these are the VPN concept, and the VPN is the generally whatever I am saying. VPN is the virtual private network, and the VPN protocols, and it's all about the chapter number 7. So, thank you to all.